What's up, YouTube? Wayne here, back with another review for you. Let's get into it. So, Coming to America. This is a sequel of Coming to America. Coming to America 2 is what I would rather call it, but Coming to America. So, I'm just gonna say it. It's a good movie, but it's not the best movie. These are gonna have spoilers in it, so if you have not watched it, click off the video now. But if you have, thumbs it up and let's get into it. All right, look. So I like a lot of things about this movie, but there's a lot of things that I don't like. I feel like they're making fun of like the black royalty in this movie. I strongly, after seeing Black Panther and the first Coming to America, I think I watched the first one like a couple weeks ago, and it's just the seriousness of the royalty factor of the Zumbumba family, the family that Eddie Murphy comes from. They're not having that in this movie, right? So the premise is he has only daughters, and I know how that feels because I had two daughters back to back, and then I got a son. So I was like, whew, thank God for the son. So I know how it feels to want to pass on lineage and want to pass on your family name and things like that. But the fact of the matter is, they did not. I mean, to me, it would have been a lot better if they would have, because Coming to America is your basic fish out of water story. If they would have, reversed the roles, they have Teyana Taylor, which is Wesley Snipes' daughter in the movie, and Wesley Snipes is the brother to the girl in the first movie, which he was like, whatever you may like, whatever you may want. And he tells her to bark like a dog. And apparently she's been doing that for 30 years, barking like a dog, right? So that's a funny joke. But then his daughter is the same exact way. This is like one of my worst things about the movie is Teyana is the same way as her. You would think that a family would learn a lesson and educate themselves. So the son is his bastard son. If we've watched enough Game of Thrones, enough kingly shows to know that bastards they want power. They want to obtain things, or they want the simple life. They got him being like this deadbeat black kid, right? And what kills me about it, he doesn't have any initiative. He doesn't have a job. He didn't have this. It'd have been cool to me if they would have wrote the story as, even though that he was born in America, he never knew who his father was. He just had this royal blood in him, and he was out to get every goal and become the best at everything. That character, and then Tiana's character would have been the person that studied American culture and liked American wives and watched Destiny's Child and wanted to be the independent woman because she knows how her auntie was. She's barking forever. And I think that would have been a much better, much more creative story than what they gave us. I mean, James Earl Jones, I feel like they wasted his time on screen. It was not, to me, what he deserved. I mean, he's freaking Darth Vader at the end of the day. James Earl Jones is Mufasa at the end of the day. So he's playing all these strong, powerful roles, and they kind of make fun of him. He's passing away, and they have a funeral for him, and he's like, let's have my funeral while I'm still alive. But okay, that's cool. A lot of cultures do stuff like that. A lot of cultures celebrate lives. Give me my roses now is a term that a lot of people use. Like, I want my roses now, right? I totally respect that and I honor that. But the fact of the matter is they what they did with it is they made a mockery of him. They made fun of him. He's sitting in the coffin while they're having the funeral. Why not let him sit on his throne? He's still the king at this time. Give him that respect. I have problems with that. I mean, Black Panther, it just showed black people in such a higher light, that to kind of take a step back and tell this story the way they did. I mean, and I understand you got to have Tracy Morgan in the movie, but Tracy is a great actor. He's a great comedic timing actor. He could have played any role. He plays the uncle or the like fake uncle to Eddie Murphy's bastard son. And what kills me is he could have been still a good role model to him. If you watch him in his show with Tiffany Haddish, he's a dude that was locked up and he has all these dreams and goals and aspirations. And I I just I feel like they could have did better. I mean, I understand it was a pandemic and I understand the things, but I don't believe we should take steps backwards in entertainment and media. I mean, because this movie, I guess it's funny, but it would be considered a black movie, not a movie that everybody can go and see and enjoy. I mean, because if I feel like if other cultures and other people see it and they're laughing at the jokes, they're not laughing with us. They're laughing at the fact, you know, of the things, the stereotypical things that they state in this movie, which worked in the I forgot if it came out in the 80s, the original, the 80s or the 90s, because there was a lot of stuff out there. But we have grown so much as a culture. We dominate American culture, like rap, hip hop, things like that. And it dominates American culture. It dominates. People always want to be a rapper. People always want to be this. And that's why I thought that Teyana could have played that role. They kind of introduced her like that. She came in all royalty and she's spitting this hot rap, and I think it's one of her songs that she writes. And, you know, she's a comedic actor too. I get that. She started off being Byron. You know, I know that's how she started. Like, I think that was This Christmas with Chris Brown and Bow Wow, and I forgot what movie that was, but she played that role before. But she's so strong, and like me and my wife love her. You know, that's one of our peeps right there. We would love to meet her. Her and Iman, how they handle their family, how they handle their kids. It's just, I feel like they could have placed her in a better role, because she goes through and she says the same exact thing her auntie said, whatever my king may want. And he tells her, they're joking back to the previous movie. He says, stay right here, because he ends up, the son ends up falling in love with his barber, his hairdresser, because he has dreams and aspirations. And I love that. I love that story front. I love that. But they could have gave that to Teyana, right? I love the fact that, you know, that they have that, and they do make a good couple, and their storyline is great. And Eddie Murphy's daughters, they kind of, until the end of the movie, dog the whole fact that they are like these beautiful black women that are standing strong. And I'm not trying to make it about that, but this is technically a black royalty movie. And so it's like, hey, what am I supposed to say, right? I think Jeremy Johns reviewed it, and he stated, you know, the jokes didn't make him laugh because he watched the first one. And to me, that means that he understood that the jokes were for a purpose in the first one. This one, they're like, hey, we're telling a joke. We're telling a joke. This is a joke. You should laugh here. It's the movie's telling us when to laugh. When we understand the concept, we understand what they're trying to do. I just think they could have did. I mean, costume design was so beautiful. I mean, A1. Costume design was beautiful. I do consider it a watch. It's definitely a watch, but it appeared a lot better if you watch it with like a party and your friends, and maybe, you know, you guys are having a little bit of party, you know, things to do. You maybe taking a little drinks or whatever it is. It's definitely a watch, but still, I don't know. Go and see it. Watch it. It's Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, it's good to watch. It's definitely a movie that you can spend time with the family watching, but it did not add up to the first one to me, and that's just my opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to one. Thank you.